Sarah TV, you're welcome back. Often when we hear stories about the police, or especially the Nigerian police, it's sometimes not complimentary. However, about a week ago or so, there was a story in which two Nigerian policemen were involved in the daring arrest of some armed robbers who actually were wielding an AK-47 gun, among other weapons. Now, how are our police force reacting to this story? How are the top echelon of the service responding to the bravery of the men on the ground? Do the men on the ground deserve more? Let's cross over to Nigeria, to Lagos, and speak with Police PRO Kenneth Nwosu, DSP. You're welcome to Sarah TV, DSP Kenneth Nwosu.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Kwesi, for having me. It's my pleasure.
Thank you so much, sir. So this piece of news, I believe, would bring lots of smiles on your face. First of all, have you heard about this at all?
The exploit of the men?
Yes, sir. Where they arrested two armed robbers on a motorbike.
Yes, they are our personnel here. We know about that exploit. Actually happened on Friday, but last week. That should be Friday, the 15th. Around the area called the Relay. Relay is on the expressway to Badagry. These policemen were on routine motorized patrol. Of course, you know, the new directive of the Inspector General of Police is that roadblocks are banned, and they've been banned, and the Lagos State Police Commander, the Commissioner, has made it a point of duty to ensure that all personnel obey and abide by the directives of the Inspector General of Police. So these are men who are on routine motorized patrol when they intercepted these people on motorcycle, and they suspected them and flagged them down. One of the men on the motorcycle attempted to pull something from the bag he was carrying, but our men were smart enough to close in on him and actually stopped him from pulling what he wanted to pull. One of the men on the bike was arrested, and upon search of the bag they were carrying, an AK-47 rifle, 3 magazines, and about 20 live ammunition, 5.56 caliber, were all found in the bag. One of them was arrested, and as we speak now, investigations are ongoing. Confessions of one of the people who was arrested actually indicated that they were on their way to an operation in an undisclosed location. They also further claim that they live around the Yonishashi area. These are facts before us now, and the investigations are ongoing.
That is a story that brings a smile to all our faces, because we all cherish our freedom, and we cherish the work that the police does to protect all of us. How did you feel personally after you heard this piece of news? How did you feel?
Well, there has to be that personal sense of pride, you know. The command, the CP in particular, everybody is happy. Of course, this is not a one-off. It's in line with the almost the culture here in Lagos State Police Command. You know, some few months back also, another woman police sergeant also outsmarted a group of armed robbers and actually was able to recover a pistol, a locally made pistol. She was commended by the CP. She was also commended by the immediate past Inspector General of Police, and even the Lagos State Police, even the Lagos State government also gave her a commendation. So you can as well say that it has become our culture here because of the proactive way we do our work there, because of the leadership the Commissioner of Police here, CPC Kaduranti, has been providing to ensure that the command remains safe.
Now, the police work is actually very dangerous. Telling from what has happened, those two officers could easily have been shot by these two armed robbers. Do you think your men are adequately equipped to properly guarantee the security of Nigerians?
Yeah, that's what we have been doing for many years. Of course, you know, it's one of our constitutional mandates. Majorly, one of the major constitutional mandates we have is to protect lives and properties, to maintain law and order. And over the years, ever since the Nigerian police was created, to the best of our ability, we've been doing that.
Is there any department where you think the incoming government, for instance, should concentrate on to make the work of the police better in terms of, let's say, equipment, in terms of remuneration, in terms of housing, welfare, etc.?
The appropriate police authorities will engage them on that. It's beyond my purview here.
Okay, that's fair enough. Now, there are also a few instances, maybe not a few, but there are also instances where some police officers do the contrary of what we are talking about today, where they more or less embarrass the police in Nigeria. I can quite remember an instance where a cop was seen punching repeatedly at someone who was selling fish and stuff like that. How do you plan to make this a thing of the past, being as the Nigerian police service or the police force is actually now seems to have a new face?
Well, you know, I am only the image maker of a command in a federation of 36 states and the FCT. So whatever thing I do, I confine myself to Lagos State Police Command. So if your question is for Lagos State Police Command, of course, I'll tell you that in Lagos State Police Command, we have operational procedures, and these are in tandem with what we have at the national level. And like you said, we keep on improving on our conduct. We keep on engaging our communities in robust ways, in partnership, in synergy, because we believe we cannot adequately police any environment without the buy-in of the communities we police. That we have been trying to do in Lagos here, and to the best of our ability we have done that. But if for any one or two reasons any of our personnel go against our approved code of conduct, of course there are adequate disciplinary measures to activate to punish such erring officers.
And again, it's interesting and good that you just mentioned the issue of policing yourself, as in the police policing itself, and also the fact that the community that you're policing play an integral part in the work that you do. How do you want to involve the community in fighting things like armed robbery?
Yeah, we engage our communities, like I said, in robust manners. We exchange information, we share information, and in most cases, we also have this thing we call PCRC, that's the Police Community Relations Committee, which is like a platform that brings everybody together so that we can, first, there is this need for us to have the confidence of the people we police, the neighborhoods, the communities we protect, and the buy-in. This PCRC has offered a platform for us to interact, interface, and break down what my CP usually calls the Berlin Wall that hitherto existed between the community and the police. Because when you break this Berlin Wall, you now find that they'll be willing to come up and give us information. And on our own part, the CP has assured everybody in Lagos that any information given to us will be treated with utmost confidentiality. Those are the areas we can build confidence. When you build this confidence, then you're willing, like I said earlier, to come forward and give you credible information, actionable intelligence, with which we use to make sure that our communities remain safe for businesses and for nature to thrive.
Now, there's a new Inspector General of Police. So far, he has given indications that he intends to change the face of the Nigerian police force. How do you see his initial moves after taking office?
Again, like I told you, I am PPRO in Lagos State. At the force headquarters level, there's my boss, the Force Public Relations Officer. I think he's in a better position to answer that question.
Fair enough. But finally, let's go back to the two soldiers who are making us all proud today. Do you have any...
Two policemen.
Two policemen, yes. So do you have any form of incentive to give them, to encourage them and also others who will put themselves in the line of fire for the citizens? It could be promotions, it could be whatever it is.
Like I said earlier, there's a question he asked, and I told you that any of our officers who is found on the wrong side of our ethics will be adequately sanctioned. So that presupposes that if any of them behaves in any way extraordinary, there are also commensurate motivations. But like I said, the appropriate police authorities, of course, will look into all those things. Of course, acting on the recommendation of the CP here, and action will be taken.
We congratulate you and your men, DSP Kenneth Nwosu, and we hope that this becomes the norm rather than a one-off thing. Thank you so much for making time with us, sir.
Thank you, and I'll directly pass this message of congratulations to my CP. He actually is the one who is deserving of it as a leader here, and the men also who actually pulled off this feat will also be commended. Thank you very much for having me.
Please do pass that on, sir. Thank you so much. Sahara TV, there's more coming. Don't go away.